Hi, this is Dorothy Kilty from Raccoon Alley Creations, and I'm once again working on the February journal for the Dear Julie Julie Facebook group. Okay, so this journal is February Fabric and Favorite Stash Buster Junk Journal Challenge for 2024, and you know, as you can get an idea from this sheet, Julie has a lot of different criteria that we have to meet on the channel. We have to use about 10 pages of some of her videos, some of her digitals, and that can include the freebies, which she has a lot of, and it has to include at least one other kit. I've been using quite a few of hers lately because I was on her design team, and also because I've bought a few because they're so pretty, especially when she puts them on her fantastic sales. So I have a selection of digitals that I'm using in this journal. Now, one of the other things that we could use was a paper pad, and I had this travel paper pad that I found. It's got a lot of maps in it and things like that. Really fun. And my theme for this is foreign. So here I am using a map of the United States, but it's the old map of the United States. But anyway, the reason I chose that is because the cover is going to be an old German book. So I'll have German pages in it too. Now, we have to do one thing that's new to us. What did she say? Something new you have wanted to try with 2 inserts. And I saw this pocket on a YouTube channel. Might have been Treasure Books, but I'm not sure. I'll try and remember to look that up and post it below in the comments. But anyway, this is a fabulous, easy, and cool pocket. So what you do is you take, this can be any kind, shape, whatever, piece of paper, size, and the first thing you do is you fold it in half, and then you're going to fold this is the open edge, you're going to fold that up twice. So once, and then twice, okay? And then once you've done that, and you crease it really good, let me just use the edge of my scissors to crease this. My desk is such a mess, I need to clean it off. I have a bone folder in here someplace. I also have been, like, teaching classes and stuff, so I go that. So now here's the folded edge. You're going to turn it over on the other side, and then you're going to take this and fold it up so that you have this corner like this. And you have quite a few layers right here where those pages are folded up. And then you're going to take this and fold it up again, so you're making like a diamond shape. Now this fold here is going to go under the lip of the folded page. So, you know what? Let me do something here. I'm going to add some ink to this. I kind of wanted to ink it anyway, so this will be a good time. Here's my thing, okay? So I'm going to ink this edge here, and I'm also going to ink this edge here, okay? We'll ink this, and we'll ink this fold here. Ink across the top. Now, I also need to add 3 embellishments, and I need to fill the pockets when this is done, but I'll show you that. So now here we go. This is going to tuck under the edge of this fold, okay? So it's gonna tuck under the edge, and that holds it in place. You don't need any glue. You don't need anything to hold this in place. Okay, and it can go on the page kind of, let's say this was the page. It can go in a corner like this. It could be attached like this. You could paper clip to it. All kinds of fun things you can do with it, okay? So the other thing that is so cool about this page is that right under here is kind of a hidden pocket, okay? So you have a hidden pocket there, you have a pocket here, and then you have a pocket up here. And if you attach it to the page on a couple sides, you also have a tuck behind it, tucked behind here. So for this hidden page, and I just made a little form to see about what size that needs to be. And so you can take this fold and we're going to cut a square out of this. Okay, and now we'll cut this white edge off here as well. Okay, once again, I'm going to ink it. And I'm going to ink both sides. Oh, this, I actually printed on both sides. So this has a design on the inside too, which is pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to take one of these little stamps, and these are just cute little stamps. And I'm just going to stamp up in the corner on this. Okay, now we'll fold it in half. And so not only do you have the hidden pocket here, which you could write on or do whatever, but you open it up to some more hidden journaling space. So we can put this in here. Now, if you don't want it to be a surprise, then you could add a little tab on here that people could use to pull it out. And actually, I'm going to add a little tab anyway, just to make it a little bit easier, even when you know it, to pull it out. So this is going to be a very small tab. I'm using washi tape on this. Put a little bit on each side here like this. And then we'll just take this and fold it over. And it's hardly going to stick out at all. Okay? So now we put this in the hidden journaling space, and there it is. Kind of looks like, you know, a little trim or something coming out. Now, this is junk mail. This was asking for some money, but so I think this is be a just fine journaling spot. I want to put something on the back here to cover it. So this is coffee dyed paper. So I'm just going to take this and cover it. Lots of glue. When I'm using a glue stick, I think lots of glue is a good idea. Okay, and now we'll take this in here. And trim this off. Okay, so that gives us some journaling space on the back. It gives us a nice little message on the front. If I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. Okay. Okay, and now we're going to ink this. And it can go right here. So now we have 2 pockets filled. We have a 3rd pocket up here that needs to be filled. I'm going to take the circle punch and just make a little punch here. Whoops. Okay. I clipped it first. I'm going to trim that a little bit off. And to make it match a little bit, I'll trim off a little bit on this side. Okay. And now I want to cover up the inside, make it look a little prettier. So I'm just going to take one of these. So this is whenever Julie makes digitals, she gives you the digitals in several different sizes. So you can have a full-size journal, you can have a smaller journal, you can have a mini journal, you know, which really is fun when you're doing this. So here we go around here. If you have a little bit of things sticking up like I do on this, because I was sloppy, then you can take a little bit of sanding paper or an emery board, and you can just file it a little bit to smooth out the edges. And of course, because you've taken something out, helps to use the right side. We're just going to go bigger, I think. Okay, and then this will be glued here. It doesn't cover the whole thing, but when there's nothing in here, it makes it a little bit more interesting to look at, I think. Okay, so now we've used 2 things to decorate this up a little bit. We've used ink, and we've used Julie's digital there. Okay, I'm going to round the corners of this. Didn't stick. I probably didn't hold it down like I needed to. Okay. See if this corner rounder is going to be cooperating with me today. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. Okay. And now let's go ahead and ink this again. Looks like I had 2 problem corners, not just one. Okay. Now, we also need a pot to fill this large pocket up here. It's not going to go all the way down, but it will go a little ways. And for this, I have some junk mail. So I'm going to mark on here. I already sanded this a little bit. So if you go over, if you line this up so that this is on the, there's, this side is smaller than this edge, then you can do a line where you want, and then we want to come down we want it to stick out some. So I think we want to come down to about there. We'll hope that's straight with me eyeballing it. Now, I actually thought that the colors on this are kind of interesting. And so I don't necessarily want to cover up everything. So we can make a little bit of a collage on this. Let me see what else I got here. Okay, I think that very simple collage is interesting. So now on the back of it, we can take some more of the paper. Now, if you're concerned about things coming through, the words coming through, or anything, then you can sand this some more to take this off. And the way that works is, I mean, you just take a piece of sandpaper or a sanding block if you have one, or you can steal one from somebody, from your husband or your brother or, you know, your father or somebody. And so you don't have to completely take the words off, but by, you know, taking some of it off, you sort of hide it. And then if you have a baby wipe, a wet baby wipe, that's going to take the, any loose, I'd already done that on this side, but anyway, any loose things off. So now we can take and take this, I'm going to put the Fabri-Tac glue, this is Fabri-Tac glue, in a Sugar Bell icing piping bottle because I have arthritis in my hands and it's more difficult for me to squeeze the bottle. So one that squeezes easier is a good idea. Now, when you put it down, if you just move it around a little bit, that actually spreads the glue out to the edges a little better. You also can take your finger and wipe it. Wipe it close to the edges, take your finger, and on the glued edge, just kind of push it out to the edge. I did not cut this very straight when I cut it, so let's even it up a little bit. Now, this is another place that you can use the sandpaper if you have a little bit, you know, sticking over the edge. Then simply taking the sandpaper and running it along the edge smooths any rough pieces. It also gives it kind of a satiny feel, kind of more like old papers, which is fun. And again, a wet baby wipe. This baby wipe I've been using for a little while, so it's not wet. But it's damp enough to pick up things. Okay, now let's take the thing, and when you sand the edge like that, it kind of gives little teeth to the paper, and it picks up the ink a little better too. So that's kind of a nice feature of it as well. So now there's journaling. Oh, you know what? I didn't even check and make sure this would fit into the pocket. Let's give that a try now. See, we want the boat upside right. Okay, it fits in there just fine. So now you have a hidden journaling spot here. You have this tag, which came from junk mail, and which has journaling on the back. And you have this tag. I've used stickers, I've used ink, and I'm going to take some of, I used a little bit of DearJulieJulie's using digitals, but it hardly counts. But I'm going to take this piece here. You can cut these with pinking shears, zigzag stickers, or these is like a stamp. And, well, it's not. It doesn't really look like a stamp edge, but it's closer than anything else I have. So I call it a stamp edge for me. And put that on, and then we'll put a little bit of decoration right on here. I'm going to cut that off just a tiny bit more. Okay, and we'll just glue this on here for a little bit of a decoration. So, whoops, I should have inked it before I did this, before I put the glue on. One of my favorite things to forget. Then you really end up with even more glue on your fingers. And then, I really like this sticker. Well, I like all these stickers, that's why I pulled them out. I think, will it fit here? It'll fit here if we tuck it underneath there. Oh, yeah, there a little bit. So, I'm going to put this here and then just tuck it under. Now, another thing is if I wasn't happy with this, I could also do a collage on the card. Just use it for a base. Actually, I think I'm going to do that. So, Matthew, I love that saying, but it just doesn't fit with my book. So, let's see what we've got. There. And there. There we go. It kind of goes more with the kind of more vintagey feel of this. So there we have our pocket. And I think I am going to put it on a page. So here's another page that I did earlier. Put it on the page like this. Or like, nope, sticks out a little bit. So if you wanted to, if you didn't want this to stick out, then you could just attach it like this. Okay? It's just, oops, the safety pin is not going to hook it. I want a paper clip. I'll probably get a metal one rather than this. But here's a blue one just to show you. Okay, so now we have that done. I thought it was fun. Fun and easy pocket, and no gluing was really fun. And I hope you liked it too. Again, dear Julie, thank you for all your inspiration, for the great ideas and things that you do. And I'll be back again. This is Dorothy Kilty at Raccoon Alley Creations.